you're trying to learn how to do your personal makeup, this is a class. I'm not even charging. This is free on YouTube. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Udokiwa. Welcome to the self-care family. If you're new here, hi girl, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And if you're a returning subscriber, I just want to say thank you for always tuning back in. So on today's video, I'll be talking about how to elevate your look, how to turn your makeup from looking ashy to looking attractive, from looking basic to looking super classy. Anyways, I've already done this video before, however, it was it was a lot for me. I had a total meltdown because I felt I was recording, but I wasn't recording. My memory was filled, my lights was just all over the place, my makeup started melting. It was a total disaster. This clip is going to show you how I was feeling. I really cried, you guys. I felt the entire thing. But anyways, we are trying to elevate ourselves, and first things first, we need to put ourselves together. Things first, I'll be starting with skin prep. So for your makeup to look very attractive, very classy, your skin prep is the major thing you need to focus on. Now I'm going to be starting using a hyaluronic acid to help hydrate my skin and make it feel a lot plumper than it is right now. So the hyaluronic acid I'm using is this one from Good Molecules. I'll be taking just a pump from the dropper. I'll be applying it on my hand. I'll warm it up and then I'll apply it on my face. Allow this to absorb into my skin and hydrate my skin the more. I'll be going in with my moisturizer. This moisturizer is the Uncover moisturizer. I am running out. This will help to keep your skin as moisturized as you can ever get. You can definitely see how more nourished, more moisturized my skin looks. Third is applying a lip balm. Nobody wants to be looking at you and noticing that your lips are dry. So before you go in with your makeup processes and all that, please apply a lip balm or a lip moisturizer to help hydrate your lips before you start applying your lipstick. To elevate your look, you don't want to go out looking like you're melting under the sun. I'll be going in with my RIMMEL Stay Matte Primer. This is very much affordable and it's also accessible in most part of the take a decent amount and I'll be applying it on my T-zones. So next is foundation. Now make sure whatever foundation you're using, high-end, on a budget, drugstore, whatsoever, like luxury foundation that you're using, make sure it matches with your neck. You don't want to go about looking like Fanta and Coca-Cola. Do not do that around here. So today I'm going to be using the Syviamak Undetectable Foundation. This is a Nigerian brand. It has a very full coverage. I've tried it before, but I have not tried the wearability. So this is the foundation I'll be using. I'll just take one pump because I noticed that it has full coverage and a little goes a long way. And then I'll be using my damp beauty blender. I'll try and squeeze out more water out of it. Okay, I think it's damp enough. And I'll be using here and I'll be applying it all over my face, making sure it matches with my neck. Exhausting one pump. So I'm going to go in with half a pump because the part of my face that is remaining is not so much. So I'm going to be using this much and be applying it all over my face. So I am done applying the foundation all over my face. Can you check the skin match? Let's see. So next is concealer. I'll be using my Yanga beauty concealer and also my Nuban concealer. These are the two concealers I'll be using. This is in the shade SMC4, which is the darker shade, and this is in the shade 043, which is the lighter shade. I'll be applying these two. I'll be applying this one in my inner corner and this one at my outer corner. So one thing I would always tell people, if you're trying to elevate your look, your makeup look, try as much as possible to stay away from the overly bright under eye trend, the whole UK makeup trend, because it doesn't look flattering when you're outside in the sun. It looks like you're wearing a mask. And today is the black opal stick foundation. I'll be using the shade ebony brown and the shade suede mocha. So the ebony brown is way darker, way darker. This is how it looks. I'm trying to chisel out my cheekbone. I'm not giving it the whole drag contour, no, I'm keeping it soft while still like why it's still showing that I am wearing a contour. Just beneath my cheekbone, this is where I'm going to apply only this dark shade. The more lighter shade, which is like a shade lighter than my complexion, I'll be going in my jawline, my forehead, here, and then on my cheekbone in particular. Can you see that? Yes. I'll also go in on my nose. So afterwards, I'll be going in and blending off my concealer before it dries up. So I'm starting with this lighter shade, and then I'll use the darker shade to diffuse it off because I don't want the lighter shade to overpower the darker shade. Ouch. Into the darker shade. Now the lighter shade will help with coverage, concealing any dark circles or purple eye, while the darker shade will help diffuse it in the sense that it will help balance it with the foundation that I have already applied. It's my cupid's bone, it's my nose, it's my forehead, going in with the contour. I'll be using this part to blend off the contour. Now I am blending in, like I'm dragging it upwards, so I want to give my face a lift. I'm not taking it down. If I take it down, I'm going to sag my face. So the idea to elevating your look is to make sure you look more youthful, more of your age than getting too mature or too young. You can see that the idea is to blend in segments. Don't blend all at the same time, blend in segments. It will help you have control over your product. It will help you to not move your product around. And now I'm going in my forehead. You can see that there is no harshness to how my skin is appearing right now. Even with the foundation, concealer and contour on my skin, I haven't even applied blush. Normally I would apply a liquid blush, but sometimes I have to skip it if I just want to apply a dry blush without making it too, yeah, you get what I mean. Anyways, this is how my skin looks right now, all blended in. So after applying this is the time you go in with your dry product, and this is the most tricky part. This is where people flop it the most. They pack product, they pack powder on your skin. Your skin is looking too heavy for you to handle. Remember, less is more. I'll be using the Yanga setting powder in cinnamon, and I'll be taking my powder puff. I will set my concealer, and I'll also use it in setting my entire face before going in with a pressed powder. You'll see it. Trust the process. So this is how it looks. It's more of my skin tone. I'm applying a decent amount. So I'll first go in with my beauty sponge, and I will blend out any harsh line. Still looking up. Can you see that? So now it's going to look scary until you make sure you press in the setting powder into your skin and mattify your under eye. Can you tell the difference between this and this? So let's do basically the same thing that I did here to this eye. Now you can see the difference. You can basically see the difference. Now the next thing I'm going to do with the setting powder is to use it to apply at every other part of my T-zones, which is my chin, my upper lip, the residue on my nose, because I don't want excessive powder on my nose, and then my forehead. See how I mattified all the cream products. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to still take a decent amount, dust off the excesses, and then pat it just here, my lower cheekbone. I don't know if that's what they call it, but anyways, that is where I'll be applying it. Really set and mattify the skin, especially if you're living in a hot country like Nigeria. You really do need to set your powder. You don't want to go out looking like you're melting. You don't want to go out looking like you're, people will be asking you, are you okay? Is something wrong? What is it? You can see how I have intentionally ignored my jawline, my cheekbone, and my forehead, because that is the perimeter where I will be applying my dry contour or bronzer or whatever you call it, because I don't want excessive products to be there. So next is applying your powder contour, and before we apply that, please note that you shouldn't go 5 shades darker. You are going to look like you've been beaten blue black. Please use at least a contour that is 2 shades darker than your normal complexion to give you that defined and beautiful look. Okay, then going in with a very precise brush, I'm going to be using a decent amount to just diffuse the cream contour on the nose that I have already done, just to emphasize and make it more pronounced, make it more obvious. So I try not to thin out my what's it called, the bridge of the nose too much. If not, it's going to be looking a little bit draggy, if you know what I mean. So this is how I apply it. In with my blush to warm up the face. Try as much as possible to stay away from applying excessive blush. There is a very decent amount that you need on your face when it comes to blush application. I know a lot of people want that flushy effect, however sometimes you go overboard and it doesn't look flattering. Again, whenever I want to film the dogs, we have become roommates. So I'm very sure it's the Vynkk brush, and I'll be dipping into my V Beauty blush palette. I'll be using this light shade. You know I have used it efficiently, and from the apples of my cheek upwards, please do not go too heavy-handed. You will look burnt. I'm sorry, sometimes that overly flushed blush effect does not look flattering on your skin, trust me, especially as a dark skin girl. Even if you want to use like an excessive blush, please try and stick to orange blushes. That looks more flattering to dark skin than using pink and you're using it excessively. So I'm applying a decent amount. So next I'm going to be going in with my brows. Now I love a very natural, very like feathery brows. Sometimes when I want to go heavy-handed, I do my very 2016 thin defined brows. However, with this type of look, I try as much as possible to stay with the whole bushy feathery kind of brows, especially because I have not groomed my brows in a long while. If I have groomed it, I will do my very defined brows. I have nothing against people who do very defined brows. It is beautiful, especially when it's done properly. So if you know you can do a very defined brows, baby girl, please do it. It's beautiful. But I do not accept me seeing the exact color of your concealer that is white. We don't do it around here. It is not flattering, it does not elevate your look. However, do your defined brows, girl. See, when I see it, I'm going to compliment you. Definitely. I'll definitely be using my top glam brow pencil. Brush I'm using is this one from Nickak Cosmetics highlighter. I'm using your angle brush. Amazing. I used your setting powder and girl, it was good. Actually, I really did like it. So this is basically what you're working with. My brows are a bit bold. That is because my natural brows are a bit bold, but they are very sparse. However, so I'll be applying this on my eye, that's on my lid. Also be using the blending brush that I used before. I'm taking a decent amount and I'll just apply it all over my lid. The eyeshadow I'll be using is the Morphe eyeshadow palette. Ooh, so much talking. So I'll be using the brown shades, mostly the brown shades. That is basically what I'll be using, and I'll be using it in my outer corner into the lid shade, and the lid shade we'll be using is the very nude color. I'll be going in with this nude shade. If you're not a large girl and you still want to elevate your look, this is how you're going to do it. So this is the Shop by Didi or Beautylinebydidi lip pencil. I basically use it for everything because it's multi-purpose, and the fact that it is retractable. I'm using the shade Truffle and I'm going to be using it to line my eye, but I'm not going to wing it. Smacking my lip. It is the Nickak lip gloss. We used the lip balm earlier. This is the lip gloss. This is the clear lip gloss, and I'll be applying it all over my lips to elevate this look. Nothing beats a black girl and her lip gloss, trust me. Have you seen how this look is slowly elevating? Is giving me I am classy, I am healthy, I am not looking too ashy, I'm not looking too caked up. So for the final touches of this look, we are going to be doing our mascara, our setting spray, and our highlight. The Morphe setting spray. Now the bridge of my nose, Wynkk mascara, and out my lower lashes. This is the completed look. I'm not so much of an edge control girl, so I did not apply any edge control. I just brushed up my baby hairs, and that is it. This is the completed look. This is how to elevate your makeup from looking ashy to looking attracting and very much classy. Anyways, if you love this type of content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and like my video by giving it a big thumbs up. Share my video to your family and friends. Leave a comment on what you want to see on my next video, and until then, I'll definitely see you on my next one. Bye.